Good morning, everybody. Welcome to our first of two live broadcasts. And we are into some very, very exciting times. And there are recruiting strategies, tactics, and scripts that only work in December. And frankly, they can make your whole year. There are also strategies, tactics, and scripts that work better in December than any other month and can also make your whole year. Many of you will actually do more business in the month of December than you've done all year. And so in our December boot camp, we are going to be emphasizing the special project launching strategies and scripts because we have a whole new strategy and with some modified scripts that are already working for people that are in boot camp. Some of the folks that have already registered for boot camp have gone and looked at the recordings of the November boot camp when we started to talk about this, and they're already enrolling people. Additionally, we're going to be introducing during this boot camp a side hustle strategy and scripts. So I'm really excited about making this new information available to all of you because it's going to help you talk to more people and build your business faster. So let's talk about the side hustle for just a minute. Now, marketers have been throwing out the side hustle expression for a number of years. And for those of you that are students, we never used that really before because we wanted to be different. But yesterday on the news, I heard that 45% of working Americans are now actively looking for a side hustle. And I started to think about it, and I said, you know, there's another way to do this. And so I was working with two of my coaching students. We just kind of played with it. I couldn't believe the results we were getting. 30% of people with side hustles, and this is a survey that I picked up off the internet. 30% of people with side hustles said they needed the extra money to cover basic costs. Well, 30% of the people that responded. And that's what people are jumping into these side hustles for. When somebody joins your business, they could call it a side hustle. 15% of side hustlers make more than $1,500 a month. Most side hustlers spend 15 to 10 hours a week on their business, but this was interesting. The average side hustle brings in $897 a month, with more of half the side hustlers asked, 54% of them were earning less than $500 a month. You're going to love, absolutely love the side hustle strategy. All right. Now, let me share screens, flip screens. And so I just started working with John, and we had our first coaching session this morning. And let me unmute him.
IMAX.
We covered a lot of information this morning. And what you're gonna want to do is you're gonna want to take all of the scripts, everything that we have here. And you're gonna want to copy it all and put it on some kind of a document so that you can refer to it more easily. And you're going to be coming back and you're going to be using the same scripts, but we're going to modify everything based on how people respond to what you're doing. Because everybody's going to be a little different. So we went through the, even though John and I are just getting started, he already has a significant number of people that he's going to be able to use the Project Launch script with. So let's pop now. Let's come over here, take a look at your notifications. So you can see you're getting notified because we're connected. I'm doing a live LinkedIn training. You can see what people that you're connected to are doing. Anything you see gives you an opportunity. Now, she liked your comment.
Yep.
And that could offer you the opportunity to start conversations. Oh, now look at this. Here, you can wish 3 people a happy birthday. So let's see who's celebrating. Now,
They're the ones that I've actually I sent the messages, but I just put happy birthday. We discussed those just now.
right. So in the future, instead of just sending the message, what you can do, if you really want to stand out, is go up on the internet, find a GIF that says happy birthday. And you take something like this and right click, save the image on your computer. Another one I mean, there are save the image on your computer. And so what you would do instead of just clicking happy birthday, what you do is you bring up their profile. And then instead of using, now you see what's happening here? Right now, LinkedIn's GIFs run hot and cold. So if you sent somebody a happy birthday GIF and they went to look at it, they wouldn't see it. So you're better off saving these moving images on your computer So we hit the pay-per-click. Okay, and what we can do is we can pop that in there. And we could just say, people that love you. Next, we could look to see if we've ever had any conversations with people previous. And so now we could ask them, what do you do? So you're going to use the birthday moving forward to start conversations with everybody. And because, you know, you're in the UK, maybe you still got the birthdays, because here in the United States, we don't see a lot of, you know, birthday notices. And so we just changed your birthday. So the second half of December, people are going to start wishing you a happy birthday. And the other thing I just wanted to remind you is when we go over to our network and you look at all the outstanding sent messages, you got over 1,600. So go to the back, and we're going to cancel the messages from 3 months ago. You really want to keep this number under 1,000, because when you get to about 1,800, LinkedIn is going to restrict the number of messages, new messages you can send out when you got this big buildup. So let's go over here. And you've already started the process. So was there something you wanted to look at?
Yeah, if we go up to, right, her name is Jennifer Corliss Trinkner, but I haven't sent her a message yet.
Boy, that name sounds familiar.
That's what, yeah. She's a big networker in another company.
Yeah, actually, she's in, I didn't have to look at this. I was going to say she's in Isagenix.
Right, yeah.
Okay.
You know already.
And so, you know, one of the things you always have to look at is, you know, how do people get to the top of a company, and is it duplicatable? And the other thing that you really need to decide on is this person a prospect for your business? Now, you might want to be connected to her. Now, notice here, she's got 59,794 followers. The maximum.
That's why I thought she was going to be good.
Well, the maximum number of connections you can have is 30,000. There's no limit to the number of followers you have. But realistically, she's not a candidate for your business.
Okay.
Okay, now somebody. So we go over here to the messages. All right, so she's sending this out to all of her.
That's a standard message, isn't it?
Yeah, pretty much. But the only reason that you'd want to be connected to her is to be connected to her connections, which you are.
Yeah.
But there's no reason to try to engage her in any kind of a conversation. She's not a prospect, never will be.
Okay.
All right. So let's come back over here, and who else you want to look at?
I don't mind. She was the one I wanted to ask you about.
All right.
To pick on anyone.
Well, again, you know,
The one, go down. There's one called Joe somebody that I spoke to this morning. Keep going down.
well, here, let's just take a look at this one.
Okay.
Now, you're connected to her. Okay. So she's in LifeWay.
Yeah.
And so let's look at her. Helping people gain optimum health and wealth. All right. So she's listing all the things that she does. She's been in LifeWave for a little over 2 years. She's still an associate, which is like an entry-level position. But if we look at the message, or look at her profile, everything that would possibly prevent her, or for that matter, anybody, from reaching out and making connections, it's all over her profile. Entrepreneur, investor, network marketing, multiple income streams. And there's no effort at all to try to get to know you. Now, typically what you would do with something like this is, if you're going to write back, your message would be, well, thanks for sharing. You always want to ask a question. And in her case, what do you do is a fair question. Is she promoting this Tropic Skincare? Is she doing something with LifeWave? Well, the message here, she's promoting LifeWave. So since that's what she wants to talk about, always want to ask a question, like, for example, now, or you'd want to find out from her, she was with iBoomerang, jumped into this, but she's not really a candidate for your business. And I know we have a number of LifeWave people on here this morning. And so this should be a good lesson for all of you, which is why you want to pull any reference to LifeWave off your profile. So what I want you to do, John, is we went over the searches.
Yep.
Okay. And then what we're going to do next time, I just want first message, second message, just first and second message. Then next
Okay.
time I'm going to come in here with you. Now, see, thanks for connecting. What brought you to my door? Now, is he somebody you know?
I got a feeling I know him, but I can't quite remember. His name sounded very familiar to me, and I think I've met him on a course at some point.
Okay, all right. But see, he says, what brought you to my door? Ah, okay. Now, frankly, you only want to talk to people. You got to be really selective about who you're going to talk to.
Joe, that one, Joe, we just gone past her. Joe, there.
Okay, now, do we want to jump on a Zoom?
Yeah.
This is something you never want to do until you know that the person on the other end, is really a prospect, for your business. So if we look at a profile, UK's first functional medicine practitioner. First functional. Okay, so she's been doing this for 10 years. And where the conversation with her would go, if you wanted to take it there. So I noticed you like my comment. Okay. The better thing to do, again, would be to find out more about her.
Okay.
Okay. And then now look at this. So here, you sent this out on Monday. So here's what we can do. Let's go over here. Now, she just saw that you read it and she sees that you're typing. So we're gonna send this. Open to new opportunities. Now, why did she send that message? Because she's
I
getting
know.
spammed, okay? So. LOL. Now. Your message. Actually. If you haven't had one of those yet, it's coming. Okay. So now. What we do here. We send this. Then. To start the conversation. Copy the image. Pop it in there. And then the job. That's going to be the next question. What is the question? So let's look at Diane's profile. She's open to new opportunities. So according to the Zayo group, well, looks like she worked at the Zayo group for 8 years, left, came back for another 8 months. So the question would be, why? In October. So we're going to do these together. And as we're doing them, I'm going to help you identify the people that you want to talk to and the people that you don't.
Okay.
So here's another one. So what do I want to do? So
All right.
offering, and this is what has LinkedIn so fired up and upset about what's going on. People are not going to pay $100 a month to log into their link account and get barraged by all of these. John, when's our next coaching session?
I haven't booked it yet. I wanted to chat with you to see
Okay.
when you recommend. When do you recommend? Next week? Or?
Absolutely next week.
Yeah. Okay.
Absolutely next week. You've got a great time. Today is Tuesday. Let's
Yeah.
plan on next Tuesday at the same time.
Great. Okay.
Does that work?
Yeah.
All right, good. Good. All right, so we'll see you there. Let me come over and look. In the chat. And let me take a look at Ken. So let me log out of his account. Come back into mine. And if you're in a position to talk, there you go. Can you hear me?
Yeah, good morning.
Good morning. How are you?
Unbelievable.
That's what I like to hear. So Kenneth, tell me, I noticed you were on the session we did last night.
Yeah.
So let's check out your LinkedIn profile. And okay. Well, you got a little bit of taste of what some of the people in your company are doing, which is what you don't want to do. So my question is, so you've been in Lifeway for 3 years.
Yeah.
What do you do? Or what were you doing before you got into Lifeway?
You mean with networking or business?
No, just overall business.
I've been in real estate, life insurance, mutual funds,
Okay,
like life insurance and mutual funds were with Primerica. That was a while back.
mhm,
Business manager, car dealerships. And when I went to kind of semi-retire, the wife was building managers and apartment blocks, so I did that for a couple of years. And now we're back into networking.
okay. So here, Ken, here's what. Here's the way you want to look at LinkedIn. You want to look at LinkedIn as a platform to network with other people. Now, and historically, LinkedIn's platform is based on profiles. Originally, when LinkedIn was set up, it was a repository for resumes. So people put on their profile their work history. Your work history sets the stage for you to have amazing conversations with people that share your work experience, people that share your life experiences. So, for example, if you were in the military, the armed forces, you would be able to use LinkedIn to communicate with other people in whatever branch of the service that you were in. If you sell real estate, you could literally come up here, look for all the people on LinkedIn. They're in real estate. She got over 6.8 million. So you can break it down by country, by city, by state. And you could pick out the people that share, that have things in common with you. You could also look for people. For example, what do we know right now? The mortgage industry is getting killed. So mortgage. You have 1.84 million people in the mortgage field. So you could filter this, and the fact that you're in real estate or were in real estate gives you some synergy, some commonality with anybody that's connected to any part of real estate sales. So you come up here and let's do mortgage. Look for opportunity. Well, let's just do mortgage. So there are 1,100 people on LinkedIn that were office managers in mortgage companies, and they're coming in from all over. Now, by the same token, because you're in a health and wellness business. So you're looking for people that want a business opportunity as opposed to looking for product users. I mean, product users will definitely be interested in your products. You have a, by the way, Ken, how did you find out about me?
That's actually quite interesting because I watched one of your webinars that you did back in 2012 for another lady that had just joined LifeWave. And I was wondering how she actually developed her system and who trained her. So, and I realized that there's only one place that she would have brought her group to get them trained. And when after I watched that training that you did with her, I said, okay, I got to look into this guy a lot closer.
You're talking about Renata Lundberg.
No,
No?
no.
Well, it could have been.
Got a mind blank here this morning.
Well, Renata was someone that I think it was 12 years ago.
Kim Claver.
Oh, okay. Okay. Well, let me tell you about another leader. I've known Kim. Actually, I mean, I can't even think about how long ago it was, but I've known Kim for over 20 years. And she never, I mean, I really opened her eyes about Facebook. Kim has a phenomenal book of scripts. If your product's so great, how come you can't sell it?
Yeah, I got that.
Yeah, and they're phenomenal scripts. And her philosophy was always, if you're at the mall, so you can't tell the people walking around the mall who would be a good candidate as a business builder. But you know that all these people walking around could use the products. And so literally being able to strike up a conversation with anybody that could potentially be a product user is it's a good bet. If you're looking for business builders, that's another story. That changed with social media because you can tell by looking at their profile. You can tell by looking at the information who is looking for an opportunity. I use the example with Kim. Kim, if I put you in a room with 50 people, now all of them could be customers. But if I told you that the people in that room wearing green shirts are actively looking for a business opportunity around a health and wellness product, who in that room would you want to talk to? You want to talk to the people with the green shirts because your business will grow faster. The customers, they're going to use your products. They may tell people about them. But the business builders, they're going to use your products. They're going to love your products. But they're also anxious to spread the word about the business. And this is a interesting industry. 12 years ago, I helped a woman in LifeWave who went to a friend of hers that she'd worked with, and she says, who can teach you about social media? And he told her, contact Max. So I started working with her 12 years ago, and what I taught her helped her become $1 million earner in a company called Univera. And And she was with Univera for 17 years. And then in November of 2020, 2 years ago, everybody in Univera gets an email from the owner of the company, thanking them for their devotion and service, announcing that we are discontinuing our distributor model. The last check you're going to get for getting us customers is going to be at the end of the month. It's devastating for people. So Renata took off for about 5 or 6. I mean, she'd made millions. And then her husband came down with something, had a physical condition. And one of her friends told her about one of LifeWave's products, gave it to her husband. Her husband had an almost miraculous recovery. And then she decided, you know, I could get behind this. Is something I could do. So she goes back on Facebook using all the things that I had taught her over the years. And in 6 months, not only did she become a top earner in LifeWave, but she did so well. She's on the company. She's on the leadership council. In fact, I was just talking to Renata a couple of days ago. And the one thing, if we could look back, that Renata regrets was that when she had the rug pulled out from under her with Univera, had she jumped immediately, had she found LifeWave and jumped to it almost immediately, she would have brought so many people from LifeWave, I'm sorry, from Univera over to LifeWave. As it was, she still, when she got into LifeWave and started to build the business, there were still a lot of leaders that she had worked with before. There were a lot of people that she had helped before, that when she told them what she was doing without having to chase anybody, she was signing up people left and right. In fact, I think it was last June, we did a LifeWave workshop for, you know, her team members, and great company. In fact, I had an issue, and she started sending me some of those patches, and they're working pretty good for me. I'm not building the business. I'm just getting the, you know, I'm just using the patches. But the bottom line is, what you want to do is you want to be reaching out and talking to people that clearly, without question, know they're looking for an opportunity. Now, whether they're looking for a side hustle and they want to make $1,000 a week, whether they're looking to change careers. Peloton, they make those machines, laying people off left and right. There are 18,000 people in Peloton. So there's no shortage of people for you to talk to. And once you get this, I mean, this is probably the most important thing. I'm going to teach you the dance. First, we got to dress up for the dance. We have to get our profile set up so that, in fact, I love Francisco was a student of mine 21 years ago, 22 years ago next month. He was building a prepaid legal business back in the AOL days. He got his income up to about $3,000 a month. It's in his 20s. And he married, living the dream life. 2 years ago, he comes back into network marketing. Now he's in his 40s. His kids are teenagers. Finds another company. And at the end of 2020, he started over the summer. He had a team of about 200 people and 5 experienced network marketers. A year later, December of 2021, those 200 people became 17,000 people. And he had something like 30 network marketers in his business. You want to talk about duplication. Duplication comes when you're with a company that has great products and people continue to buy the products, they tell their friends about it. So from December of 2021, 17,000 people. At the end of January, he had 38,000. And so last year, he went from 38,000 at the end of January to, I think, 78,000 by August. Again, duplication. So while I now have 72,000 motivated team members, I recruited someone from another company that has 600,000 people. Now, how did he do that? He did it by impressing that leader with his social media expertise. And when all of you come out of boot camp, you're going to know more than 95% of the social media gurus that are out there that teach stuff. So 72,000 people, he brings this guy in, and at the end of August, he was so busy helping this new guy get going that he didn't do any personal recruiting. In the last 7 days of the month, he signs up 25 people. How do you do that? You do that with the project launch script, which is what we're going to be working with all of you in bootcamp. 25 people in 1 month. Now you're all heading down the same road. You all have the same wonderful access to people. Okay. Now, let me look at my schedule. Kenneth, are you available at, let's say, maybe, let's see, it's 10:30 now. You available in 2 hours?
Yeah, I can be.
All right, I'll give you a call. The number that I have for you on file ends with 3146. Does that work?
Correct.
All right, I'll be calling you from area code 561. So you'll recognize it on your phone, and I'll give you some additional things that you can focus on. Now, all of you are heading down the same road. What you all have to learn, and it's not hard. It's all about who you're talking to. Now, Tom, I'll try, to get to it. I've been meaning to, to talk to you. I got to work with some of my coaching folks first. So, if I can do it, I'd be happy to do it. Anybody else have any questions? Let me pop over here. Oh, okay, I remember her. Yep. I remember her. And yeah, she is a great prospect. Okay. For those of you that are part of the Power Lead system, we have a special training for everybody tonight at 9 o'clock. We're going to jump into how you use the project launch script effectively. And all I can say is this: if you're not talking to 10 people every day about your business, you could be. And if you're not closing 2 or 3 people a week, you should be. You should be. Looking forward to working with all of you in boot camp. Until next time. Best of luck in building your business, and God bless.